What's up, Call of Duty campaign fans? I am back with another Black Ops 6 campaign guide, and in this one I will show you guys how to achieve the Keen Eye calling card in the mission under the radar. So this mission isn't too bad. There are 3 different locations in which you are going to have to essentially sweet talk the guards there, and the first one we're going to come over here to the radar dish, and you're going to want to talk to the guard at the window. And basically, once you get through the beginning dialogue, it does not matter which option you choose. You're going to be given the option to choose your Keen Eye ability, and when you do so, you're going to be observing some objects around the room, and as you observe these objects, Sev will kind of tell you a little bit of information about what she's seeing, and those things are going to be the hints and clues as to the answers you need to select. So this is going to be the first one, and as we can see, it's going to be running a clutter simulation, and then we're going to have 2 more. We're going to take a look at the clipboard here on the desk, and that is going to tell us that it is code 11A, and then we are going to look at the radio here shortly, and Sev is going to mention that she heard him talking to a Sergeant Whitman. So we have our 3 answers, and we just have to look at the questions that we're going to be given. The answers are on screen, and that is the order in which you want to answer these. So it's going to be something about a code 11A, and then the next one will be Sergeant Whitman, and then the final answer is going to be the clutter simulation. And once you have answered all 3 questions correctly, you will be free to go. He will tell you that he will be waiting for your call to kick the simulation off. And after we're done with this guy, we're going to go ahead and spin ourselves around, and we're going to come right over here to the middle of the camp, to the helicopter section, and we are going to repeat the process one more time, but there is a little extra step here after the fact. So we're going to go ahead and talk to this gentleman here. Seems like a nice guy, I guess, but again, same process, the opening dialogue, and then you will use your Keen Eye ability, and then once you do that, Sev will zoom in on 3 different objects around the room. In this case, his French Foreign Brigade tattoo. He's going to look at the clipboard as well and find out about Captain Betzer. And then last but not least, we're going to go ahead and take a look at this photo back here on the cabinet, and we're going to see that this gentleman has 2 daughters as well. And then once you are done here, he will ask you about your form, and then you are on your way to inputting your 3 answers, which are going to be on screen now. The first one is going to be the French Foreign Brigade, and Sev is going to say that her brother was also a part of this, you know, to add a little spice and a little bit of a personal connection there. And then our next answer is going to be his girls, plural, because he has the 2 in the background. And then after this little piece of dialogue, you are actually just going to say that you bumped into Captain Betzer. That is the answer you want to put. And then once you have put in that answer, you are good to go. You want to spin around here, and you want to come to the other side of this cargo on the forklift, and you're just going to go ahead and plant an explosive charge. And as you can see, this is a restricted access, but don't worry, you can plant the charge. There's no one in the area, and then you're going to walk around and let this gentleman know that it needs to be loaded. If you talk to him first, you'll just have the option to say it's not ready yet, and then you'll go plant the charge. After you're done here with these guys, you want to come all the way over here to your right, and this is going to be the final one. This one is actually a little bit more of a process, kind of like the one we just did. There is an extra step, but it takes it a little bit further. So we are going to come in here and talk to this gentleman behind the computer. Same process. We're going to get through the opening dialogue and then have the option to use our Keen Eye ability, and once again, it does not matter which of these 2 options you choose to start. Once we have access to our Keen Eye ability, we will note the clipboard on the desk that tells us the warheads came from Belarus. That'll be our first answer. And then we will also see another piece of paper here that will tell us that the upgrade is model GCX-78. And then finally, we will take a look at the bulletin board on the back and note a calendar saying that the shipment is supposed to be installed tomorrow. Now that we have all 3 of our answers, we will be able to get back to the part where he asks us our 3 questions, and then this is what is the extra step here is after you go ahead and give him your 3 answers on screen now, you are going to want to make your way to the back of this little trailer and pick the lock. Now, there is a guard back here. You don't have to worry about him. You can kill him and stash him in the locker if you'd like, or just ignore him altogether. However, the area that we are going to be going into is a restricted area, So if any of the guards start to see you, they will start to detect you, and then once they do, they will alert you, and then the whole camp will be on you, and you will not be able to complete the mission as you intended. So you want to slip back here undetected. You want to go ahead and take this guy out because he will be a problem if you don't. There is a locker directly behind you if you would like to stash him in it for the Dark Ops challenge. There will be a video in the description below that shows you how to complete all 4 of the Dark Ops campaign challenges and get those calling cards as well. So once you have gone ahead and taken care of him and you have figured out how to work a door, because apparently I do not know how to work a door, you are going to want to come back into here, and there are some wire cutters over here on this toolbox that we're going to need. Once we have those, we're going to slip our way out of the back side of the trailer and make our way over to this trailer over here, and there is going to be a guard right there that will patrol, so just make sure that he's not coming the opposite way or else he'll see you. As long as his back is turned like he was there, you can just go ahead over here. Don't even have to worry about him. We're going to go ahead and tamper with this here with the wire cutters we just picked up, and once you have done this, you are officially good to go. You want to make your way back to the gentleman at the computer that we talked to kick this thing off, but you do still have to sneak your way back, as like I said, there are some guards over here, and if they see you, they will detect you and alert. So once you wait this guy out, if he is back here, and he most likely will be, because as we saw, he was walking the opposite way when we snuck back here, but once he starts to go, you can go as well. You're just going to follow the same path that you got to get here. You're going to go back into this trailer and make your way back through to the other side. Now, once you have gone back in and talked to the guy behind the computer, you should be good to go, and you will get your calling card immediately. You do not have to actually finish the mission. It's just once you have used your keen eye for all 3 of them and locked it into place, you will go ahead and get your calling card, as we can see there. So if you thought this guy was helpful, let me know in the comments below. Thank you, and enjoy your calling card.
And no sign of the weapon. They gotta have a security station. You might be able to use the camera feed inside to locate the weapon. Then we fly in guns blazing.